My name is Jenna and welcome to my channel Divine Direction. In this video, we are going to be looking at the messages for the next 3 months for the sign of Gemini. So from July to September. Okay, so Gemini, you're reading, when I was doing your cards, I was feeling really impatient, like, let's get at this. Kind of like, it's almost dinner time right now and I'm not hungry, but I kind of felt like, okay, I gotta be getting this done quickly so that I can go and have dinner. I was also feeling like really weighed down and I feel tired, drained, exhausted. So let's see where this pops up. I honestly, I don't even have your full message here. Because I just felt like, okay, let's get at this. We got to get at this because I wanted to focus on how I was feeling, and get that message and speak that to you first. And when I was turning on the camera, my throat was kind of like, I was not necessarily hurting, but when they make me feel this in my throat, it means, okay, Jenna, we need to communicate something. So this could be about us communicating feelings. This could be us talking about us focusing on our feelings. So let's see where that pops up. Now, I'm going to say that I feel that some of this has to do with change. Most of the messages that I've done so far for these readings are all about moving into that next phase. I don't even want to say next chapter because my guides are like, it's the next book. You're closing this book and we're moving on to the next one. They're really making me feel like there's a heavy weight on my back, and they're showing me the 10 of Wands, so a burden on our shoulders, on our back, okay? They're saying lighten up, which was a message that I did for I think Taurus. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But for both of my little card decks, you got the change card for both, okay? They want me to focus on reading only this one though, because it says, know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. Now, another reason why they're making me feel like this, it's like our shell is too small, right? So wherever it is, our environment, our limitations of our thoughts, it's too small. We need to kind of get out and spread our wings. Yeah, that's why we have this one, the Water Guardian, spreading our wings. Now I feel a little lighter, okay? Yep. Okay, so now things are starting to come together. But I might be clearing my throat because there's something about this throat chakra here. Some of you might be needing to speak to someone, have a conversation with someone. Something that you're avoiding. They're also saying having a conversation with yourself, so we'll get into that. There's definitely something that you have been avoiding, or you're afraid to be doing it, because with the Peacekeeper card, there's the buffalo in the background, and to me, when I see buffalo, one amazing thing about buffalo that I've heard about them is when there's a storm coming, they run into the storm instead of away from it like most animals, right? They're just like, okay, you know what? Let's get wet, let's get in this so that it's done faster. And that really stuck with me when I heard that, because I'm one of those animals that will run from the storm. So if there's conflict coming, in my case, I'm gone. Or even if, it could be me avoiding anything. Before, if somebody was texting me or sending me emails, I would avoid it because I hated replying to anyone. So I would avoid it to the point where it's then I make myself sick. I can't relax until I finally deal with it. So I decided, you know what? Let's embody the freaking bison, they're saying, the buffalo, and just kind of take charge into that storm. right? So there may be something that we are not wanting to do or deal with. That's why you have the message card come out sideways. This is a message that somebody needs to say. Someone needs to deliver their saying. They're also showing me at the bottom of the deck the boat card, and it's stormy seas, but they're still in it. They didn't go to shore waiting for this to end, right? And this storm, it doesn't have to actually be a storm or something like really bad, but to me, this is like something that we are avoiding. We're avoiding speaking our piece. Okay. Sharing our side of the conversation, they're saying. But this could be other things. And they're like, yeah. But they're saying, to me, they're saying, listen to yourself right now, Jenna. Listen to yourself. Because I am, like, sometimes they'll give me messages and I'll feel like, that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit. And they're like, because we're trying to teach you, Jenna, to listen to your intuition, right? So what they're saying here is listen to your intuition. If you're feeling that this is time to deliver this message, to speak your piece, they're saying it's a different kind of peace than the peace card. But have your say in something, then listen to that. So if I'm telling you, be the bison, be the buffalo, and take charge into this, and that doesn't sit right with you, don't listen to me. If I say anything to you, even if I'm getting it from my angels and guides, and it doesn't feel right, don't listen to me. Don't listen to anyone but yourself, okay? That's really important. That's a message that I always want people to listen to. And again, like I have a disclaimer at the bottom of my videos because you need to listen to yourself above all else. And that's a message for you. So maybe someone's trying to push you to do something. Maybe someone is trying to encourage you okay. They're showing me the grief card. Some of you may be grieving the loss of someone, maybe a spouse, and someone's trying to push you towards maybe dating again, but you're not ready. Tell them, I am not ready. Maybe someone is trying to push you towards, okay, they're giving me the example of maybe even if you had a pet of yours pass away, unfortunately, and people are trying to push you to get another pet or wanting to get another pet, and you're not ready for it yet. You know, when my cat died after 14 years, I swore I'd never get another cat again. I wasn't ready for it. It took me a month, and even then I thought that was like too soon for me, but they're like, you needed to share that love with someone else, right? So that was the better timing for me. Whereas for you, it might be longer, it might be shorter. You might not get another pet again in this scenario, right? So don't let someone tell you what to do. And people can give you their opinions, and that's fine. You can take it and you can leave it. Take it or leave it, right? But I'm definitely feeling, yeah. For some of you, somebody's trying to push you into dating again when you're not ready. If you're not ready, don't do it, because if you're not feeling guided to do it, it might be a mess. It might be a mess. Also with there's something better card, I'm seeing, it looks like she's holding a bouquet, like she's getting married. So someone might be trying to push you to get married. You could be even dating someone right now, but you don't feel like it's the right time to get married, but you still love the person, right? That might be a difficult conversation to have. That's been coming up a lot actually in my readings, where people are having to have conversations that feel like they're going to be difficult to have. And they're saying, emphasize the word feel, Jenna, because it could be in our head and us building it up that it may be more difficult. In some cases, it might not be, but it could be us thinking that it's going to come out a certain way, right? It's funny, now I kind of realize why you have the caution card on the bottom. Having caution. They say throw caution to the wind, but really don't listen to us, right? They're funny. They think they're funny. But you also have the Explore card on the bottom of the other deck. And I thought those two together, it's like, have caution, but go out and explore. And they're saying there's a reason for that. Again, don't listen to us if it doesn't fit. But which one fits for you? Okay? We're moving into more of a realization that we are in control of our own destiny. We are in control of our own lives. And sometimes that might be hard because, you know, maybe if you're younger, you feel that your parents have more control over your life, or situations have more control of your life, even your boss. Okay? But they're saying you ultimately have the control, right? You have the control here. If there's something that needs to be said, you can decide whether to say it or not. You decide how to say it or not. They're even showing me like there's a letter in this imagery, but there's also a phone. You could call them, you could text them, you could write them a letter, you could ignore them, they're saying. It's up to you. Okay? So I can speak my piece to you and say, hey, Peacekeeper, you know, it might be easier to just get it done and over with so that you don't have like, you don't ruin all these days of dreading it and thinking about, but maybe you need some time to think about what you're going to say if there is a conversation that needs to be had. Okay? For some of you, I'm kind of feeling like maybe your spouse wants to move or someone wants to move and you're not feeling ready to move. It could be even just like moving on to another job. Maybe someone's encouraging you like, oh, you know, you're not making a lot of money there. Maybe you should move on to another job or find another job. They're saying with the Path card in reverse, it's not their life. This is your life. Where do you want to live? Where do you want to work? What do you want to say? What do you not want to say? Okay? And my guides, they'll say things sometimes with examples of my life. They've done it a few times in this reading. They're like, for a reason, Jenna. Because some things I just don't want to share with, I don't know how many people are going to watch this, right? Some things are very personal. Other things I'm okay with sharing, right? And they've told me, like, it's good for you to speak your truth. But you don't always have to say something. It's the same thing if you're having conflict with someone. Sometimes you can just walk away because it's not worth the effort to even say something to someone, right? Yeah, with the impatience. Someone's being impatient. Someone is being impatient. But for some reason, for some of you, this card and her carrying 2 buckets, I'm kind of getting the feeling that you're the only one that's doing the work here, or you're the only one that's going to actually like fully affect, right? So it could be in a way like your friends telling you, oh, you should get another job or you should do that. Well, if there were consequences to it, it wouldn't affect their life at all. It all goes back. They say the burden is on you. Okay? That's why they're making me feel the heaviness on my back. The burden has been placed on you. Oh. Ooh, okay. They're also making me feel, and they're giving me chills. Some of you may be thinking or wanting to have or kind of hesitant about having a conversation about you being the one who does most of the work. Right? So maybe this is a relationship where someone does more of the housework, right? You might work 9 to 5 or whatever it is, come home, and then you're the one who has to do the cooking and the cleaning, and your spouse, your partner, doesn't do shit. Maybe they come home and they're exhausted and they sit on the couch, right? It could be that. It could be a business partnership where you're the one who has to deal, they're nodding my head, yeah. For some of you, this could be a business partnership where you're the one who has to deal with the storms. You're the one who has to do the heavy lifting, they're saying. And you may be pushed by someone, by this person, maybe to move forward with something, maybe to have a conversation with someone, investors, anything. But it's going to affect you the most. Maybe you're the one that's footing the bill, right? Maybe there's so many different scenarios with this, but you're getting you're getting the right idea, Jenna. They're saying. They're bringing my attention to kindness. Kindness. So this could be about boundaries, and they're saying ding, 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 Jenna, ding, ding, frickin' ding. Boundaries. Just as we've been pushing you around when you've asked us not to, we are imposing on your boundaries. This is your life. And you have the right to speak up, darling, and say, no, I'm not dealing with this shit. You deserve to have this peace, to feel peaceful and have peace in your mind, your body, and your soul, your spirit. Someone's been pushing your boundaries, and it could be a few someones. It could be a neighbor trying to tell you how to decorate the outside of your house. And it's like, you know what? Just bugger off. Bugger off. There's a lot of cards that came out for you that are about having peace, finding peace within, having that calm. Boundaries can really help with that. I've noticed with me, so I've had people many times in my life push my boundaries, and I have let them because I didn't want them to not like me. They're saying, not anymore, princess. Not anymore. People who will ask me favors who never really did favors for me, having asked me, now you want to ask me now? No, the answer is freaking no. I'm not helping you. It's so funny. There was these people that I know from high school. I hadn't seen them in years. And then one day I run into them and they're like, oh, we're moving next weekend. Do you want to help us? I'm like, frick no. I don't want to help you. I haven't talked to you in so many years. And they're like, well, you could have talked to us. And I'm like, goes both ways, my dear. You're not talking to me. I'm not talking to you. I'm not putting out that effort. Frick no. And they're saying you need to be able to do that because people will take advantage of your kindness. We're not doing that anymore. No. No, no, no. Aha. Okay. Another thing with the change card and moving out of situations that no longer fit, right? So like a hermit crab moving into a bigger shell so we can spread our wings. Some of us, they're saying, have been dumbing ourselves down. And they're saying, don't laugh, Jenna, because we have. So we might be really smart and dumbing ourselves down for other people to make them feel more comfortable. We might have been hiding who we are to make others feel more comfortable. Hiding our power. No more, dear. No, no, no. No more. So you have the growth card. You have made tremendous growth, they're saying. So one of the important things for you, if you're resonating with this, of course, is letting that power out. The power can be right here, they're saying. Speaking your truth, telling it like it is, they're saying. To those people who might not want to listen. And they might not like you afterwards. That's the thing. When we put boundaries up, people might stop talking to us. And they say, good. Because if they don't respect your boundaries, they don't deserve to be in your life in the first place. And ooh, I just realized. Top of the deck. Power card. Yeah. Yeah. I wondered why this card came out at the bottom of the deck. The Four Swords. We're not taking things lying down anymore either. No? Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take too. Yeah. So going back to talking about maybe doing the housework. Being stuck doing the housework. No. No. They're saying, like, in some cases, some people might not know what to do. They might not realize what they're doing or what they're not doing, right? Especially because it's learned behavior. When I first moved out and I had roommates, what we would do at my house was, like, we would just pile the garbage up until it was, like, almost overflowing, and then someone would take it out, right? Probably my mom. Sorry, Mom. So when I moved out, and my one roommate, very independent, she made a comment about it, and I was like, oh, you know, I've just always done that. I never really thought about it. And then my other roommate, who was much younger than us, I was buying toilet paper, and we were sharing it, and I bought, like, 2 big packages. She had the audacity to say to me one day, oh, Jenna, I don't know if you noticed, but we're out of toilet paper. And I was like, who the hell do you, like, I didn't say this to her, but I was thinking, and they're saying you should have spoke up for yourself, but I was like, how the hell do you think that toilet paper gets there? The toilet paper fairy? Like, no! I've been freaking buying it. I've been paying for your ass to be wiped. Sorry. Sorry. But no! This girl, I ain't working so that you can wipe your ass. So, I apologize to anyone who thinks that's crude, but they're saying it doesn't matter, Jenna. If this message isn't for them, they'll leave, and that's okay. But really, right? Really. So, this is about, give and take. They're also saying, like, equal opportunities too. Like, we're not taking shit lying down anymore. Equal opportunities for anyone who maybe hasn't had those opportunities. So whether that's women, whether that's indigenous cultures, the Black community, like, they're saying we're not taking this shit lying down anymore. And they're making me feel like I'm elevating, like I'm literally going like this. But I'm not, obviously. But that's what they're making me feel. Like, we're not taking this shit lying down. Again, with the speaking. Like, normally I wouldn't talk like this. And they're saying, like, we're kind of forcing you to speak up, Jenna. But these are the things that need to be said. And I know you want to say them. So, yeah. Yeah, we're not just going to, like, let things slide anymore, are we? No. No, Gemini. No. Okay? So there's so many different things that this could be, right? This is like our transformation where not only like just within us, like that's so important though. They're saying like, they're like, you have at it, Jenna, we're stepping back. But, really, us going through this transformation to realize our power, realize our worth, yeah, realize the illusions that we have been shown and made to feel. Not anymore, right? I've been feeling this, especially with like, not only like seeing the news, feeling it within myself, but also it's coming up to the surface. Like even in my readings, things are coming up to the surface, not only for us, but in the world, right? So in Canada right now, they have found many unmarked graves, mass burials of Indigenous children, unfortunately. from residential schools. And they're saying this is all coming out right now for a reason, honey, and they're giving me chills. Don't make me cry, okay? These things need to come to light so we can let them, they're saying let them go, but not in, I don't know, they're saying like we can't really fully explain it to you right now, but it's like these things need to come to light and people need to start taking responsibility for what they have done to us, to others, to this planet. People are going to have to start taking responsibility. And when we speak up to make sure that they're taking responsibility, just you wait and see, they're saying. Wait and see. They're showing me the nature card. Yeah. So this is going to come up a lot. And they're reminding me of a reading that I did maybe like a couple of months ago about the environment. And I was seeing people going to court, like big companies. I don't know which companies. I don't know if I've even heard of them, but like bigger companies going to court over oil spills that have happened in the past, over ships, definitely ships, especially like shipping containers. They're showing me the ship that got stuck in that one canal. So it could be that, I don't know. Oh, another, whoa, they're giving me chills. That boat on the bottom of the deck. People need to be held responsible. So if we aren't afraid to stand in our power and speak our truth and stand together, these things are coming to light for a reason, and they're saying if we feel comfortable enough to do it, need to speak up, to hold them accountable, to make sure that something actually happens. Not just a freaking slap on the wrist. We're not burying our heads in the sand, and it's not like necessarily that we wanted to before, but how many times have we felt like something needs to change, but I'm only one person. I'm only one person, and being afraid to speak up too, because especially with companies having so much money and power, right? Yeah. But no, we've got our wings and we're freaking spreading our wings. We've always had our wings, they're saying. In some cases, we may have had our wings clipped, but not anymore. Stand firm, stand tall in your beliefs. You are not the only one that feels this way. So if you are someone who really feels passionate about making a change in this world, and if you're watching my video, they're saying, then you do. Where is it do you want to change in this world? I don't think I worded that correctly. They're like, it doesn't matter. But where in the world do you want to help and make a difference? Okay? Because we can make a difference. And they're saying now more than ever. And they're making me feel on this card like this girl has light in between her hands. Kind of signifying like our power. Our light is our power. Our light illuminates the darkness. It brings things to light, right? That have been hiding. They're showing me like the moon card in the tarot. So things might have been dark, but our light will illuminate it. They're wanting me to say something, but I don't fully understand how to say it. Like our light can reach places that, they're showing me like the Marianas Trench, right? The darkest, how dark it is at the bottom of the ocean. They're like, we can illuminate even the darkest spot. And they have my hands like this and make me feel like when we band together, right? So they're saying, if this is something that you're passionate about, even if your voice shakes, stand firm. Because we are all coming together, we are banding together. The people who have the same beliefs as you, or similar beliefs, who are on the same pathway, or who have connections to help us with this, whether they're lawyers, professionals in some capacity. We are all coming together, they're saying. So stand firm in your beliefs. Don't let anyone make you waver. I've experienced that this week where, I haven't wavered on things and they say you won't, but I may have kept my mouth shut because like some people saying things and it's just like, I don't believe in what they're doing, but I was just kind of like, oh yeah, okay. And they're saying, for some of us, we do that to keep the peace, right? And you don't have to be nasty about it to people. No. But they're saying, don't hide your beliefs on any topics just to, how do I even want to word this? Because it's not like necessarily just keeping the peace, and they're saying in a way, yeah. Right? They're even showing me like the vaccine. So whether you are for the vaccine or not, some people have very strong beliefs either way. And maybe your opinion is very different than someone else's who you're talking to. And it's one thing if they're very excited about it and you don't want to get it. And just being like, oh yeah, good for you, awesome, because yeah, it's good for you, but like maybe I don't want it, right? It's one thing to kind of keep the peace there, but they're saying, when it comes down to it, the nitty gritty, when it's more in the bigger picture, right? So, social injustices, so to speak, speaking up about that. So even just saying like somebody being bullied, not being afraid to stand up for ourselves, right? Not being afraid to stand up for someone else. Okay, all right. So one of the cards covered the C and the E on the piece. So I saw P, like a little green pea. We may feel like a little tiny green pea, and then they showed me the peas in the pod, right? How a few of them come together to be something bigger. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not even that big. And then they showed me like Jack and the Beanstalk, right? And they're like, no, honey, you're not seeing it. All of these pods can come together to create this big beanstalk that goes all the way up to the sky, right? They want to say towering. And I'm like, I don't think I'm communicating this very clearly. But they're saying you can't, Jenna. You can't really communicate the strength and power that we have all together. Like we might feel it from time to time, but think about how much stronger we will all be when we have that strength in our voice. When we spread our wings. How much change can be made in this world? So whether it's speaking up because someone is taking advantage of you, someone needs to be taught, this is my boundaries, not wavering at that. Speaking your truth on your beliefs, okay? Speaking your truth on how you feel the world should be. Again, with the injustices, like how are we going to transform this world into a more beautiful place? And there are many issues that will come up in our heads of where we can band together to help change things. But they're saying things are being illuminated, Jenna, right? So again, you might not even have any idea some of the injustices that have happened in this world throughout history, even recently. You have no idea. And I'm not trying to scare you, they're saying, but we are illuminating it. One by one, as each of us come into our power, spread our light, more is coming to the surface. And it will be illuminated. And the people will band together and take action towards this to create that change that we want to see in the world. And that's a powerful message. If there is somewhere in the world that you want to help, if there's some cause that you want to help, but you might feel that your voice shakes, that you might feel maybe you're not safe in it, or you don't know what to say, you can ask your angels and guides. You can ask Archangel Gabriel to help you with communication. You can ask any of the archangels to help you. They're here to help us. So if you want to help out in the animal world, Archangel Ariel, that's your archangel. If you want to help healing of the world, Archangel Raphael. And so on and so forth. I'm not going to list them all because there's so many. And they're saying there's so many that people don't even realize are there. So you could even say angels and guides. Because I didn't know about Archangel Ariel. I did not. You could say angels and guides. Is there an archangel that can help me with this? And they're saying absolutely there is. And we will show you. So whether sometimes like maybe I'll be on Pinterest and this thing will pop up for a different archangel that I never even heard of before. I found a book about the female archangels, right? So, yeah. And what they're saying, another point of me saying that is if you are working towards a goal, your angels and guides are always going to guide you there, right? That includes a global goal. That includes helping change things like factory farming, the deforestation of rainforests, the all the injustices in the world, the oil spills, everything. If there's a cause that you want to help, ask your angels and guides, and they will help you find others who can help you. Whether it's an archangel who can help assist you, whether it's your soul tribe, right? That is coming together. Whomever it is, a lawyer, some sort of expert, they will help you. They will help you relieve this burden. That's what they're saying. It's not all on you, and they're bringing my attention to the boat again. One of the things with the boat is all of the oars. It takes more than one person to run this ship. Yeah. Connection. Banding together. They will help us spread our message. They will help us spread our love and our light. And it doesn't matter how big of a mountain they're saying that it is. Whatever mountain that you need to climb. And this could be, they're showing, and they don't want me to say the names, but they're showing me company names that need to be held responsible. Should I say them? It's up to you. This could be, you know what, I'm not going to say them because maybe you'll be guided towards them, but we all know that there's bigger companies out there that need to be held responsible. There's people in this world who need to be held responsible for what they have done to others. It's not just big companies are saying, they're showing, I don't want to say the word, but sexual assault. Some words I can't even say on YouTube, no. And that's what they're saying, yeah. So freedom of speech, yeah. Anyways, we won't get into that. But yeah, they're making me feel like I've got that heavy burden. I can't fully say things that I want to say. And some of the words I don't want to say them. But yeah. But they're saying whatever it is, doesn't matter how big. They're saying don't look at this as insurmountable. That's a better way to put it. Because there is always a way. A way will be made. If this is out of love and light, it's not going to be a difficult battle. Not anymore, they're saying. Things before, trying to get things to change, uphill battle. And even though they were done out of love and light to create this change, they're saying it's not going to be as difficult anymore because we are awakening. Things are being illuminated. People are banding together. They are seeing things more clearly. And we are seeing our power, feeling our power. And more people are speaking their truth. There's platforms out there for people, social media. They're showing me like even celebrities speaking up about things, right? Hollywood. So the things that were coming up in Hollywood. Okay. I'm not going to get into all of this, but things will be illuminated. Not only the global, but again, boundaries that need to be made, red flags coming up for people, right? So as we grow in our strength and in our light and we spread our wings, things are being illuminated. It's easier for us to see, like, not only which direction we're going in, but they're saying, showing us what needs to be changed, where we can help, showing us who's good for us and who isn't, right? And they're also making me feel with the Six of Pentacles, people or maybe charities that are actually taking more money for themselves and not being open about it, right? That's what I'm definitely getting. Not necessarily all big companies. Again, this could be people in your life that maybe seem squeaky clean, but they're not. There's people in the spiritual community that are doing things to make money, right? So not everybody, remember, just because you go to church doesn't mean you're a good person, right? Just because you're spiritual doesn't mean you're a good person. And just because you do things that are deemed bad in society or negative doesn't mean you're a bad person either. It's all being illuminated, honey. All being illuminated. Okay? Well, I did not know that this message was coming out today, Gemini. And they're showing me with Gemini, like two in Gemini. You know, I think that's kind of funny. I don't know. But in your sign, there's two people. They're saying you're already banded together. They're kind of trying to make a joke out of, like, light of this because, yes, it's a more serious topic. But think of, they've told me this before with the ripple effect. Us not knowing the power that we have to create change as just one person with the ripple effect, but imagine all of us banding together and what a wave, a tsunami, a tidal wave, they're saying, that we can make in this world, which is a very beautiful message. All right, Gemini. Whoa, next 3 months. They're saying beyond that. But they're saying basically like for the next 3 months, if you feel comfortable, really finding strength and power in your own self and your own voice, right? So they're saying we're not just gonna like go and attack big companies right now. This is about starting with ourselves first. So starting with the inequality in our lives of maybe people taking advantage of us, or speaking our truth to people that we feel maybe we're doing more of the work, creating more boundaries of people who are trying to take advantage of us, right? Kindness isn't weakness. It's not. It is not weakness. Oh, yeah, you had the strength card come out. It's a strength, baby. So use it as such, right? Use it as such. Ooh, and they're making me feel that the 2 change cards came out because one of them is about your personal life and the other one's about the world. They're saying like don't worry so much about like the world right now necessarily, because when that time comes, you'll know. But focus right now on yourself and having those boundaries up. And if you feel comfortable, maybe you start writing letters to your local municipality or your mayor or that sort of thing, right? We don't have to take the huge steps. Little steps all add up to bigger steps. So don't worry about that, okay? All right, Gemini, I love this message for you. Start with home. Start with home, they're saying. Home being you, okay? Love that, absolutely. And you can ask your angels and guides to bring in your soul tribe. They're saying they are anyways, but you can always ask, okay? All right, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm sorry, it was a little bit passionate. We got a little passionate in this one. But that's okay. They're saying don't hide your passion. Don't hide it anymore, girl. They're saying that girl to me, obviously. But don't hide it anymore. Let's be free. Let's be free. Anyways, I hope you have the most wonderful next 3 months, Gemini. And let me know if this resonates with you or if you've been feeling any of these energies, like putting up boundaries or wanting to speak your truth, wanting to get out there and fight those injustices. Okay, because I'm definitely feeling it starting to boil up within me, right? Okay, all right, Gemini, I'm going to end this video. I hope I see you in the next one. And again, have a wonderful next 3 months. Bye.